is now permitting ammonia to flow through this newly relocated fluid tray on the port side, the Loop B fluid tray, affixed now permanently to the port side of the Destiny laboratory. Ammonia now flowing into the new Harmony connecting node.
Where it just won't cover them. There's nothing holding it down over them.
Okay, Dan, we're looking for a best effort there, so you can call it when you've done your best there.
And a good view of Tawny right at the interface between the newly installed Harmony connecting node and the Destiny laboratory. As he unwraps a large portion of multi-layer insulation and rewraps it over some of the quick disconnect lines. Tawny completing his portion of the work. Now that the cooling is able to be flowed from the S0 truss and the ammonia tanks in the truss all the way to the Harmony connecting node. That is the precursor for the arrival of the European Columbus Laboratory on the STS-122 mission of the shuttle Atlantis that is targeted for launch on December 6th. This coming week, on Tuesday, the station program will hold its final review, what is known as a stage readiness review, for the launch of Atlantis and the delivery of the Columbus Laboratory. And then on Friday, November 30th, the senior NASA management will meet in executive session to complete the two-stage flight readiness review that began 2 weeks ago down at the Kennedy Space Center. That will culminate with the firm establishment of a launch date for Atlantis. Launch currently targeted for December 6th at 3:31 p.m. Central Time, 4:31 p.m. Eastern Time, pending final resolution of the flight readiness review and the issues that will be discussed at the executive session down at the Kennedy Space Center this coming Friday.
Okay, aft flight band is visible. Button is up and depressible. Yeehaw!
Yeah, good job.
Okay, well, still gonna have to put that hinge in there sometime.
That's awesome, and we're seeing...
I don't know if I made the right choice on the order.
Copy, we're seeing good signatures down here, and Peg, your go to install the SPIDs.
Okay.
Ammonia now flowing again between the S0 truss and the Harmony connecting node through this newly installed pair of fluid trays, and no spillage of ammonia detected by Whitson or Tawny, now 3.5 hours into their spacewalk.
And so are we.
This activity to prepare the new Harmony connecting node.
Around the fluid QDs. Now you can move aft a little bit to take care of the mini burrito. That's on the zenith part of the fluid tray, so it'll cover bolt 10. And then a ground inspection from you.
Okay, all right.
All of this work in the wake of the flight of Discovery to the International Space Station that delivered the Harmony connecting node began on Friday, November 9th, when Peggy Whitson and Yuri Malenchenko conducted a spacewalk to prepare pressurized mating adapter number 2, which at that point was the forward docking port on the front end of the Destiny laboratory, for its detachment and relocation to the forward end of the Harmony node. That occurred on Monday, November 12th, and 2 days later, Harmony and its new docking port, PMA2 as it is known, were detached from its temporary location on the port side of the Unity connecting node and relocated to the front end of Destiny. That paved the way for these two spacewalks by Whitson and Tawny, the first of which was conducted back on Tuesday, the second of which underway to hook up all of the fluid connections and all of the mechanical connections so that Harmony can be entered tomorrow by Whitson and Tawny for final internal outfitting prior to the launch of Atlantis in about a week and a half or so on the STS-122 mission. All of this work to accept the delivery of the European Space Agency's Columbus Laboratory that will be mounted on the starboard side of the Harmony connecting node, to be followed early next year by the installation of the Japanese components for its Kibo module on the port side of the International Space Station.
That's covering up our view. You ought to be able to just flip it up, we hope. And
oh, that's the one without the SPID yet. I still haven't seen a SPID on that one.
Okay.
Can you see the other one with the SPID already on it?
You've got a great view there. Thanks.
Okay. All right.
And Dan, when able, if you could yaw forward so we get a good look at the final configuration of the MLI around the QDs.
Okay. I'm doing the burrito here. Let me finish the burrito and then I'll...
Copy. Thanks a lot.
Orbiting 215 statute miles off the west coast of Central America, the International Space Station moving from northwest to southeast, about to cross the equator on a path that will carry the spacecraft Whitson Tawney and Yuri Malenchenko just off the west coast of South America and across Argentina.
I get some flare in there. The lighting's terrible, sorry. Hold on. I get on the APFR. How's that? It's a beautiful Earth view. I don't know. The sun might be too bright for the MLI.
We're checking, Dan. And Dan, we're seeing your hand in the jettison stowage bag generally. Haven't gotten a good view yet.
Okay, let's wait till the sun moves to a better config. Let me finish up the MLI around the tray here. Maybe I'll give you a whole closeout.
Okay, the second SPID is installed. And good tug test, 4 capture points.
And Peg, pull test on the SPID?
Yes, good pull test.
And check side loads. And check the bail moves aft, then push it full forward.
Okay, go forward. Complete?
We copy, Peg. So you can close, let's get a WVS closeout from you, and then you can close the booties.
Okay. How's that picture?
And currently we have some MLI in the way, it looks like.